Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another session of Trivia at Home. It is good to see all of you, and it is good to be back. It is Friday. Happy Friday to all of you. Hopefully, or Saturday, depending on where you're watching this from, but either way, happy weekend. Happy weekend to all of you. It is great to see you. So, obviously, I've got you guys coming in on Facebook, on Twitch, on YouTube, which is awesome. So, again, welcome to all of you. What I'm going to do just quickly is copy the Google form, or the online form where you can submit your answers in each of the chat sections. So that way, all of you, depending on whatever platform you're viewing this from, are able to actually send answers online if you don't want to do it via the old Facebook Messenger option. So that's what this extra online link is for. You don't actually need a Google account or anything like that. It's just a little form with answers to submit, and it's very straightforward, very easy and simple to use. So I've just posted that in the chats for you guys to use, which is awesome. I'm just going to make sure that everything is all good. Alright, just writing back. All is good, fantastic, and I think all the streams coming through nicely. So far there's no issues. I actually spoke to people over at the Restream place, and they informed me that it could have just been, depending on which server I was in regards to that connection issue we had on Tuesday/Wednesday. So hopefully that's not going to happen tonight, but they have given me some suggestions on how to fix that. So if it does cut out, there is another server I can stream this from using Restream. So at the moment I'm using the San Jose, California one, but they did say if that ends up cutting out, then the one in Washington, Seattle, which is obviously outside of California, but apparently is a better server to stream from. So that's what we'll be doing there. And John, welcome, and Zoe, how you doing? It's a long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Great to see you. If you're interested in playing some trivia, this is what we're doing. All you need is a pen and paper. And John, if you are driving, it is totally fine, mate. You can just sit here and listen to the sounds of my voice and just be serenaded by my wonderful voice and the things that I will be saying and doing and all the rest of it tonight. So that is great. Welcome to everyone. But yeah, Zoe, we're doing some trivia. All you're going to need is a pen and a paper to write some answers down, and then you submit them all via an online form. It's very simple, very straightforward. You can play solo or with, I guess, a partner, friends, family, whoever you're with at this current point in time. So that's how easy it is. But yes, welcome. Hi, Mum. Good to see you. Pleasure as always. Good to see you here. I've got my really cool space background. It's going red and white at the moment tonight. I kind of feel like I like those colours when I was choosing between the colours that I had in my little background here. So those are the colours that I've gone with, which is awesome. But yeah, I think everything else seems to be looking okay. Everything else coming through on everyone else's end, A-okay. Sound, volume, and everything is okay. The stream and everything else is fine. The chat's working, which is great. It's all on one window, which is great. Oh yeah, Zoe, you were actually, I think, one of the people that recommended Restream. That's right. This is the second time using it, so thank you for recommending this. So this is the one I'm using. I did have an issue with the chat last time, but I believe I may have been able to fix that after speaking with someone. But yes, this is from your recommendations when I was asking about multi-streaming platforms to use. So that's pretty cool. So awesome stuff, and good to have you in here. Hope you stick around and play a little. But yes, this is what we've got going. Now, for those who are new and haven't played before, what I'm going to do is on this screen here, because I'm using OBS, it's a little bit of software. It allows me to sort of have everything pop up on the screen for you guys to make my job easier. When I first started that, I was just using the Facebook Live video option, and I literally had to read everything and tell everyone what to do and keep explaining stuff. But this OBS is a wonderful, wonderful piece of software, and it's free. Zoe says, I'm glad. I've been wanting to catch you first time participating. Awesome. I'm glad that you got around to participating, Zoe. I appreciate it, and it's a pleasure and super awesome to have you here. So good to see you, and thank you for coming and, yeah, tuning in. So, yeah, so for those who have never played before, like Zoe, I guess, this, I guess, is for you. So, there we go. We've got a little bit of a text explanation on the sides here. So, the way it works, the how to play. We encourage team or solo play. Doesn't matter where you are, who you're with, if you're on your own, or if you have, like I said, a partner or a friend, family members, work colleagues, whatever, whoever is with you. If they feel like playing some fun trivia, get them involved and you guys can play. Otherwise, if you're just going to run it solo, that's totally okay too. Now, we do encourage team names, so we do I do read them out after round 1 or round 2, depending on when everyone kind of gets joined in and all the rest of it, but I try and aim for the end of round 1. And I always enjoy people's team names that they come up with. Sometimes they're punny, sometimes they're weird, sometimes they're silly, sometimes they're fun, sometimes they're plain, sometimes they're generic, and that's totally fine. Anything and everything is fine, but I always like team names. And it also helps me with keeping track of who's submitting what when you're submitting your answers, because they do all come through to me. Now, it is 4 rounds of trivia that we are doing tonight. We always do 4 rounds of trivia. It is 10 questions per round with 1 point per correct answer. Now, you don't lose any points for any incorrect answers, so even if you don't know the answer to something, by all means have a guess, because you might get lucky and actually guess correctly. My name is the 3 Must Get Beers, says Rock Ultra. Awesome. And as always, the team name is Not Paying Attention. Fantastic. Well, I've already got team names in there. That is awesome. I'm glad you guys have submitted all that. And yes, it's the 3 Must Get Beers. Get it? I do get it. Although I don't actually have beer. I have whiskey and lemon lime soda in this cup here. Actually, I'll show you the front of that cup after I've gone through explaining these rules. Now, as I said, 1 point per correct answer, no points for any incorrect answers. The last round, the scoring is a little bit different, but I'll explain how that works when we get to it. There will be breaks between each round, so you need to stock up on any snacks, top up on your drinks, or get a drink if it's hot and thirsty wherever you are. Or if you need to use the restroom, that's what the breaks are for. Now, the questions will be repeated for each round at the end of each round. So we go through them, 10 questions per round, and at the very end, there'll be question repeats, which they'll come up on the screen, 1 to 5 and 6 to 10 for about 45 seconds each. They're just for you to double check your answers if you need to, or maybe you had to duck out and miss something for some reason. It's just to pretty much give you the reassurance that the questions will be back on the screen just in case you miss them, okay? And that's at the end of each round that we do it. And then you'll be sending your answers to me. So you can do that either via Facebook Messenger and just send me the answers with your team name included, whether it's a text form or a picture, like screenshot, or you can use the online form, which I posted into the chat. If anyone needs the online form link, let me know, and I can post that back in the chat windows for you. And that's just a simple Google form. You don't actually need a Google account to use it. It's just an online form that I made in Google, and it just literally lets you put your team name, choose which round you're submitting questions for, put in the corresponding answers, and then click on Submit Form. If you are using the online form, just a reminder, you're also going to need to write down your answers somewhere or save a copy of them somewhere, because once you submit them to me, they are gone from your end, okay? And you will be self-scoring. So after each break, we go through the answers to the previous round that we just did. You guys will be self-scoring, and at the very, very, very end of it all, when you guys will be sending me your final scores, I'll be double-checking everything with all the answers that you've sent me throughout the night, or the day, or the afternoon, depending on where you're watching this from. So that's what it is. You guys are self-scoring. I'm going to be the double-checker doing math as well as hosting for all of you at the very end, and then we'll find out who actually does really well tonight and wins, obviously, the trivia. Now, obviously mentioned, don't put answers in the comments. I will allow joke answers, but don't put the actual answers in the comments, guys, alright? No spoilers. We're here to have a little bit of friendly competition. So you can put some joke answers in the comment. I encourage interaction and some jokes and banter. We've been doing it a little bit the last couple of weeks, and it's been great. So we do encourage a little bit of banter and joking and fun. I mean, it's trivia. It's got to be fun, alright, guys? And doing this, obviously, live and at home, when you guys are watching this at home or wherever you are, I'm going to be the one that's relaying your comments to everybody, so I'm happy to do it. So by all means, let's have some fun and enjoy it. It's not like we're in a live venue and we can all do it together. I'm going to be the one pretty much being the messenger in the middle of it all to pass things on and repeat things and say things and all the rest of that fun stuff. So by all means, I encourage engagement, alright? Let's have some fun with it. And Rock Culture says, or shall I use Liver Let Die? Ooh, that's a good one. See? We're already coming up with punny names. I love puns. And I'm sure a lot of you do as well. But Liver Let Die, as in liver, as in your liver. Not live or let die, liver. And is the wife singing tonight? I'm not sure if my lady's going to be singing. She does have some vocal auditions going on. So she may or may not get to it. I will give you an update later on. It'll depend on how she's doing with her auditions. We've both been actually doing a lot of work, her a lot more than me, because I'm still doing this kind of stuff and other things. But she's been doing a lot of voice work and a lot of vocal auditions and whatnot. And we've both literally just got a character reel together in the last couple of weeks and just been hitting up like auditions online and sending things through and recording things. And it's been a whole lot of fun. I finally got my butt together after doing courses 2 years ago. That's where I first met Zoe, actually. 2 years ago that was, Zoe. Remember that? Craziness in Crispin Freeman's course. But yeah, so now I'm getting my butt into gear with actually getting this ball rolling with that kind of stuff. But yeah, she's doing some recording, so if she finishes in time, she'll come and sing. If not, she won't be singing tonight. But again, I'll keep you updated on that, where she goes. Whiskey Business is my new team. Another Rock Ultra, just whichever name you do decide on, make sure you stick to it when you're submitting answers, so I know when we're adding up scores and I'm double checking, I know whose scores are who, okay? Don't be changing your team names once you've submitted it, okay, guys? Just so I know and can keep track of the scores when it gets to the end and I'm double checking all your scores for you. But yes, obviously use a pen and paper or note-taking app device. Keep track of your answers before you submit them, so that way you have a copy of them. And that's pretty much it, I think. That's pretty much straightforward. Now, I will jump into the next screen so you guys can see how it works. So round one screen is going to look a little bit like this. Bam! Look at that! Right there. So, we've got the round number, so you know which round you're submitting questions for. You've got the theme underneath it, so this one's called a hidden word. Now, this is the first time I've done this particular type of theme for this round, so I will explain how that works. The actual trivia theme itself, the overall theme is this, so it's pretty much anything and everything. We've got Karen Honeybear joining us. Welcome, Karen, over on Facebook. Good to see you. Glad to see you here. So yeah, this is where the trivia theme will be, and down in this little blue box down here is where all the questions are going to pop up. So you're going to have visual as well as audio with me speaking them to you, okay? So that's how it's going to work. So, ladies, and also we've got a little honey tip jar here. We did this, Risa made this ages ago. Like, we used to alternate between an actual jar and all the rest of it. Then she made a honey pot. And we just really liked it. She made it when we had a Disney-themed trivia, and we've just both liked it ever since. So I've just kept it as the honey pot tip jar over here. So if you guys do have fun tonight and love the trivia that we've obviously been putting on for you, you can let us know by showing us a little bit of monetary love through the PayPal or Venmo links linked there in the little honeypot section, alright? And obviously that Trivia Home logo down there as well, but that'll be changing soon. I'm coming up with a very cool, fun logo, so hopefully, maybe next week it could be ready. Maybe next week, just doing some final decisions. I want to make sure it's really, really cool before I bring it into play. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are all ready, are we not? Yes, I think we are. I'm going to have a sip of my drink just to make sure you guys are all ready. Time is 7:14 here. That sounds like a good enough time to begin. And God, that tastes great. Ah, it is hot here, and I've got a nice cold drink, and that is amazingness. That is amazingness. Let me know what you guys are drinking. If you guys do have drinks with you, maybe you've got tea, maybe you've got coffee, maybe you've got whiskey or beer or wine or whatever it is you've got. Karen Graham says gonna go out soon, so it won't be a full game. That's alright, Karen. I am glad to just see you here. It's always a pleasure to see you here in the chat. And Rockholter asked, did I enjoy my dip in the pool today? I did, mate. I did a home workout, which I streamed on Twitch as well, actually. I've got to get back into doing those since our gym's now closed again over here. And then I was all like hot and sweaty, and I went, you know what? It's gorgeous outside. I'm going to go and just jump in the pool, and I did, and it was amazing, and that's what I did. Brianna Baxter, welcome back. Good to see you. You've got a peanut butter whiskey. Hang on. Sorry, before we begin, I know we're about to start, but peanut butter whiskey, I've had peanut butter beer, or it was a stout, and we didn't like it, Risa and I, when we had it a while back, and we didn't like it at all, and we bought 2 giant stouts, because I thought, anything with peanut butter in it, I'm a huge fan, and I'm like, it's got to be amazing, so we just went in and bought 2 massive stouts, we were thinking, 100%, it's got to be great, we both didn't like it, and it was very upsetting. You have a peanut butter whiskey? What is this, and I need to know where you got it from, so I can try it myself. Because anything peanut butter related, I have to try. And I think it would be better than the beer that I had. So I have faith that it would be better than the beer. Zoe Martin says, White Claw. Drinking the White Claw, Zoe. I've seen those over here, and I still haven't committed to trying one yet. I still haven't tried a White Claw. And I've had friends that drink them. I just haven't committed to trying one yet. So maybe next time when I'm at the shops, I will pick one up or some up and try them. I think they come in different flavors and stuff, right? They're kind of like a variety flavored drink, alcoholic beverage. Brenna says, screwball is the best, try it for sure. Alright then, so screwball. I'm going to look in the whiskey aisle. Next time I go to the shops, otherwise I'll get to a Bevmo, which is a bigger liquor licensed place over here to buy alcohol and liquor. But yes, alright, so without further ado, let's bring up the questions to the trivia, which is the hidden word. Oh yeah, so how this round works. So it is a new kind of theme that I haven't done before. I'm going to explain how it works before you all forget. Now, what's going to happen is, this is 10 questions, and then there's going to be a bonus question at the end. What? You said there was only going to be 10 questions, Jeremy. Technically, yes, but the bonus question is about the hidden word. What's going to happen is, the first letter from each of these answers from questions 1 to 10 are going to spell a word. So the bonus question is you telling me what that word is, okay? So that's what it means by hidden word. You're going to keep track of obviously the answers that you're given from 1 to 10, and the first letter of each of those words are going to spell something, and that will be what the bonus question is at the end. So, let's get number 1 up. Who won a Nobel Prize for discovering the neutron? Who won a Nobel Prize for discovering the neutron? That's what we're looking for here. Getting right on into it. The hidden word round. So again, you'll be keeping track, obviously, as you progress with the answers, having a look to see what word you will be spelling with the first letter of each answer. That's what we're here for. Having a bit of fun with this. Hidden word's going to be great, methinks. Hidden word's going to be great. Alright, looks like everything's coming A-okay on this end. Who won a Nobel Prize for discovering the neutron? Now, for those who were playing on Tuesday, I think when it first cut out and restarted itself, the stream, it was somewhere through round 1. So, I will just say for those Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, let me know if it does end up cutting out, and just be wary, a heads up, I will be refreshing the feed, so then it may be a new video that you'll need to connect to, okay? I'm hoping it shouldn't happen. I've spoken to Restream people, they said it should be good. But if the server does cut out and disconnect, I will be booting it back up as soon as I can. Hopefully you guys will still be staying in it. But if not, just keep a lookout. There should be a new stream that pops up pretty much straight afterwards. Alright, that's how quick I'm hoping to make it be, if it happens. But for now, let's move on to number 2. Name the heaviest tree-dwelling animal. What? Yep, that's right. You heard me. Name the heaviest tree-dwelling animal. Is it first or last name on question 1 for bonus? So pretty much if you're putting whatever, like a full name of someone, so say question 1, you would have given me the full name to the person, it would have been the first name, so the first letter of that answer, so that's that person's first name. So not first and last, it literally is just the first letter from each answer. So regardless if it's a 10-word answer, all I want is that first letter from the actual full answer, okay? That's all you need. And you'll just be literally reading it. If you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you'll be reading the first letter of each answer down vertically, and that'll give you a word. Alright, that's what the hidden word is going to be. Alright, Karen? And for anyone else who obviously needs that double extra explanation about it as well. So name the heaviest tree-dwelling animal. I keep looking at that word and I almost go twee, because I'm seeing the dwelling, and I'm almost turning around and going, twee dwelling? A twee dweller? What is a twee dweller? Tweedledee, tweedledum. Now it's stuck in my head, so I'm probably going to keep saying that, and if I go to the question repeats, I'm going to say that as well. Yep, I've done it to myself. I've jinxed it. That's okay. So name the heaviest tree-dwelling animal. See, I have to hesitate every time. I've got to trip over my own words here. That's alright. I'm here to entertain you guys, so laugh at my silliness. I welcome it. Number 3. What country is home to the automobile manufacturer Zaz? Or Z-A-Z, or Z-A-Z? What country is home to the automobile manufacturer Zaz? Or Z-A-Z? That's what I'm looking for here. Anything and everything round. That's right, everything is randomized. So all kinds of questions in tonight's or today's trivia. Not just themed. I do like theme ones, but I also like random ones too. Question number 4. Who wrote about Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, who wrote it? Who wrote Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? I read the book, actually, and I've seen the movies. Both versions of it. Angelica! Hello there, I saw you come in. I just jumped over to the Facebook stream. Actually, that's what the Facebook thing doesn't do. Karen Graham, I did say hello to you. Catherine Hastings, good to see you if you're still there. Also got Alex in there as well. Vlad. That's one thing that the chat thing doesn't do. It doesn't tell me who joins the chat unless they talk. So unless you talk, I don't know if you guys are actually here watching. You can just be lurking, and that's totally fine too. But if you want some engagement, if you want some acknowledgement from yours truly, drop something in the chat, I'll see it, and I'll be like, hey, welcome! But I will also try and pop over and see if people pop in and join the chat as well, just to make sure. Keep an eye on things. But yeah, number 4, who wrote about Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Question number 5 now, halfway through round 1. What are the first 4 digits of Beverly Hills zip code? Now, obviously, these are going to be numbers. So, in regards to the hidden word, keep in mind that how you would spell, say, the first number. Okay? The hidden word. Keep in mind how you would spell the first number. The rest you can still do as numbers, but the first one, you're going to need the spelling of it. Well, the first 4 digits of Beverly Hills zip code. You know, I don't know why I just didn't have all of them in there. I don't know why I said first 4. I just want to be a little bit different. Or maybe it'll throw you off because you're used to knowing its entirety, but then all of a sudden you're like, wait, it wants me to stop halfway. Where do I stop? How many numbers is there again? That's right. I want some curveballs. That was a long time throw. Be more like setting up a pitch. Back and release into the camera. Actually, I wouldn't do that because it's Marissa's camera. She'd be annoyed. And I'd be upset too because it's a great camera for streaming. Very disappointed in myself if I did that. Can't go breaking things. Jeremy, come on. Come on. Make love, not war. Don't break things. Number 6. What character did Liv Tyler play in The Lord of the Rings? What character did Liv Tyler play in The Lord of the Rings? That's what we're looking for here. Lord of the Rings fans, yeah, I was a huge fan. That was like phenomenal for its time, just being such a long and epic movie series. Ah, amazing! I was a huge fan, and because I had a kick-ass dwarf in it, like, come on, as if I'm not gonna just wanna enjoy it. I actually went out and bought the Gimli axe pendant for like a necklace when I used to wear necklaces and stuff. And I had it for years, and then I lost it. And then I bought another one, and I had that for maybe about a year or 2, and then I lost that one too. And then I stopped wearing chains because when I ended up going over to Japan and was doing character work, we weren't allowed to wear jewelry, so I just kind of didn't wear jewelry or necklaces or chains or anything for, I don't know, the last 7 years of my life. I've only just started wearing I've got a Fitbit watch now and stuff again because I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have to jump into a character costume anymore. I can totally wear whatever I like and not have to worry about putting it down and taking it off and getting in trouble for wearing things. But yes, so now I have to go find another one of those Gimli axe pendants so I can once again wear it. Number 7. Canada's maple leaf national flag was introduced under which Canadian Prime Minister? Now, also, the beautiful thing about this round, which you may not know yet, but you may be able to figure out when you get to the end, in regards to it being the bonus question being the hidden word, if, for example, you don't get a couple of them, it'll kind of like being you're playing that Wheel of Fortune game where you've got some of the letters to a word, then you have to solve it, just based on some of them. That's kind of like what this is going to be too. You don't necessarily need all of them. I mean, the more letters will make it easier, but, you know, you could still potentially get it without all the actual answers to this round. Now, there isn't actually going to be a hint or anything like that, so it's just going to be the bonus question for the hidden word at the end. There's no hint. You'll literally be looking at your own answers. That is a hint, because you hopefully have at least some of the letters, and maybe you can figure out the rest. Canada's maple leaf national flag was introduced under which Canadian Prime Minister? Number 7. Number 8 now. What is the ability to produce and simulate novel objects, peoples, and ideas in the mind without any immediate input of the senses? What is the ability to produce and simulate novel objects, peoples, and ideas in the mind without any immediate input of the senses? So that should be people, not peoples. What is the ability to produce and simulate novel objects, people, and ideas in the mind? Yes, not peoples. Got excited. Just want to throw in some extra letters in there to make it fun. Just including all the letters of the alphabet. I was trying to. Even though I can see that there are a few S's already in there. So technically I didn't need that extra S. But, so what? I put it in there. That was clearly an accident. It wasn't meant to be there. Because what is the ability to produce and simulate novel object, people, and ideas in the mind without any immediate input of the senses? Number 8 there. Number 9. The word serendipity comes from serendip, the Persian name for what island? What? The word serendipity comes from serendip, the Persian name for what island? Here we go. Serendip is the Persian name for what island? Question number 9 there. And the last question for the round, guys. That's right. That's how quickly these rounds go through. Number 10. In the song, The 12 Days of Christmas, how many drummers are drumming? I know, right? What are you doing having a Christmas question in July? Well, Christmas in July, yo. Why not? And technically, today's the 24th here, but in, like, Australia and Japan, it's the 25th. Which also on the 25th of December is Christmas, so Christmas in July, 25th, or even the 24th is Christmas Eve, so bam, Christmas question, welcome. That's right, didn't even plan that, or did I? Maybe I did. Yes, in the song The 12 Days of Christmas, how many drummers are drumming? That's right, sing it back guys, get that song stuck in your head. Alright, so as I mentioned, when we get to the end of the round, there will be a question repeat section. Oh no, wait, hang on, before we do that, that's right, I forgot because this round's special. It is, tell me the bonus word from the first letter of each answer. That's right, before we do question repeats. Tell me the bonus word from the first letter of each answer. And Brianna says, oh god, Manawai did not show up today, none of my letters are lighting up. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Yes, some of the bonus word for the first letter of each of your answers. That is for the bonus. And actually on the online form, there is an extra question down the bottom called bonus, which is where you put the answer to this. So if you're using the online form, there is an additional section at the bottom of the form, pretty much after question 10, like it is in this, where you can put what the bonus word is, or what you think it is, okay? That'll get you an extra point if you are correct. Now, there will be question repeats after this, which means 1 to 5 and then 6 to 10, including the bonus question, so 6 to 11 technically. But 6 to 10 with the bonus will be on the screen for about 45 seconds each, just in case you need them. If you don't need them, it just means you get a longer break. But if you do need them, that's what they're there for. Now, when you're done with that, send answers to me either via Facebook Messenger, if you're watching this on the Facebook app or whatever, Facebook Live, and you can send it to me via the Messenger chat option, just as either a text format, or you can do a screenshot of your answers and just send it through as a photo. Otherwise, you can use the online form, especially those on Twitch and YouTube. Use the online form to get your answers to me, put your team name at the top, which round you're submitting for, put the answers in the corresponding questions sections, and then click submit, and bam, you are done, and then you get to have a longer break. Now, another little thing as well that I've started just in the past week is there's going to be little bonus puzzles in the break screen as well. So if you want to earn an extra bonus point in the breaks, then that's what they're there for. And when you get the answer to the little bonus break question, drop it into the comments of wherever you're viewing this. So whether you're on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, drop it in. Now, don't worry, because people can see it and all the rest of it. It is just bonus and a bit of fun, and you may not be correct. So if people go and copy you and you're not correct, then you're all going to be incorrect. So again, it doesn't matter. Put it in there. You're just going in for the bonus point. Some people do it, some people don't. But hey, that means you get a bonus point if you're correct. And that's what they're there for, just to give you a little bit of fun and something different to do during the breaks, if you need it. Otherwise, maybe you don't need anything fun to do during the breaks. You're totally fine. But that's what it is. It's totally optional if you want the extra point. So, without further ado, here come the question repeats. Then there'll be a break screen. There'll be a little break puzzle in there as well. And then we'll come back, go through the answers to round 1. So until then, guys, enjoy. We'll be right back. Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome back. Good to see you. Thank you for everyone sending through your answers to me, either through the online form or even on the Facebook Messenger option as well. That is great. I've got your team names here, which is great, so I'm going to read all those out for you now. The team names are as follows. So we've got a few teams tonight, which is great. We have Rabbit, then we have I Matey, we have Honey Bear, we have In a Spin, then we have Whiskey Business, Not Paying Attention, Team ORAD, and Team Weekend Warrior. So again, welcome to all of you, and awesome team names. Thank you very much. I love the fact that you come up with some cool team names, so thank you for that. If I did miss a team name, feel free to submit it to me, send me a message, let me know. And sometimes if people join in from round 2 onwards, then they get added into it as well. So it's all good. I'll be able to add them in. And in regards to the bonus question that was in the break round, that's right, some of you put it in. For those who did, the answer was race car. Now, Karen Graham did put a Navy van. That's interesting. I didn't know what a Navy van is. Now, if you're just going to say it's a van that's in the Navy, I'm going to have to look that up and confirm, but that could also be very much correct, because it is spelled forward the same way backwards. But, if I look at the actual screen, is it going to let me look at the screen? Oh, it didn't actually say whether it was one word or not, so I guess that could also work. I guess that could mean that, you know what, Karen, you're getting the bonus point as well. So, Karen Graham, Brianna Baxter, and Travis got the bonus question correct. Oh, and Rock Ultra as well. So, you did put it in there, I just didn't see it because you had a couple of words before your actual answer. So, yes, Rock Ultra also got that. As regards to my favourite team name, somebody asked. Now, ooh, I do like puns, so Whiskey Business is also a great one, because I'm also obviously drinking whiskey, which is great. I do like Team Weekend Warrior. That just sounds like a badass, like, strong name, as if, like, you just want to charge into the weekend, and I'm all about charging into the weekend and having some fun with it, so hopefully all you guys are too. But, to be honest, I like all the names in there. All your names are great. But I do like puns and stuff, and don't worry, there's no extra bonus points for the funniest team name or anything like that. I was just letting you know personally which team names I like. That was great. So again, I do like also not paying attention, because, well, I guess it depends on how you do. If you end up winning, then that would be quite the interesting team name to have, because if you weren't paying attention and you win, it'd just be like mind-blowingly awesome, which I'm sure you are anyway. We already know this, but I just thought I'd put it out there for the quiz trivia side of things. But yes, alright, so now that we've done all that, let's go through the answers to round 1, guys. I'm going to bring up the answers for myself so I can actually just have them in front of me so I know what they are. Now let's go through it nice and quick before we launch into round 2. So we had here, question number 1, who won a Nobel Prize for discovering the neutron? Well, that would be James Chadwick. James Chadwick is the answer we're looking for number 1. Number 2, name the heaviest tree-dwelling animal. I got it! I didn't have to pause. I got it. That would be the orangutan. The orangutan, right? Imagine that. The heaviest tree-dwelling animal is the orangutan. So there you go. Zokan says, it was not intentional. My team literally wasn't paying attention. Well, that is amazing. I like it, because it actually works. And depending on how well you actually do, well, I mean, that could be even more amazing. Or if you don't do too well, then also that works. So it's a team name that wins both ways. So, again, creative. I like it. Well done. So, number 2, name the heaviest tree-dwelling animal, orangutan. Number 3, what country is home to the automobile manufacturer Zaz? Well, that would be the Ukraine. The Ukraine for number 3 there. Number 3 is the Ukraine. And then we have, you know how I know that answer? My brother acts like one all the time. I'm assuming that's to the orangutan, not to Ukraine. I don't know how to act like a Ukraine. Also be a Ukrainian, but not a Ukraine. But yes, your brother acts like an orangutan. I guess he hangs out in trees a lot. I guess he's a tree... damn it, I did it! Tree dweller! I did it! I went in and used the W instead of the R. Dang it, I was on a roll. You set me up, Rock Ultra. I like it. I put tree kangaroo for question 2. That is amazing, Karen. But, unfortunately, not the correct answer. But I do appreciate it. I did laugh. I do like that. That was well done. Number 4. Who wrote about Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? That would be Roald Dahl. Roald Dahl was the author to Willy Wonka or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So, Roald Dahl for number 4. Number 5. What are the first 4 digits of Beverly Hills zip code? Beverly Hills zip code, it would be 9021. And yes, as I mentioned, because it's numbers, you would spell the first one at least. So that would be an N that you would have been putting in for number 5 there, the first letter. Number 6, what character did Liv Tyler play in The Lord of the Rings? That would be Arwen. Arwen was the character that Liv Tyler played, the elf in Lord of the Rings. Amazingness, again, great movie, series, trilogy. If you haven't seen them, shame on you, but seriously, go see them. They're amazing. Find them. find them. Number 7, Canada's maple leaf national flag was introduced under which Canadian Prime Minister? Well, that would be Lester B. Pearson. Lester B. Pearson for number 7. Alright, Lester B. Pearson. Number 8, what is the ability to produce and simulate novel objects, people, and ideas in the mind without any input of the senses? Well, that would be the imagination. The imagination, ladies and gentlemen, imagination. Number 8, imagination. Number 9, the word serendipity comes from serendip, the Persian name for what island? Well, that island would be Sri Lanka. Right? Sri Lanka. I don't know if anyone would have got that. If you did, seriously, well done. I just put this in there as like a curveball question to try and like throw you off a little bit, so then the hidden word would be slightly harder. But yeah, Sri Lanka was the answer. But if you got that, seriously, well done. And number 10 there, in the song The 12 Days of Christmas, how many drummers are drumming? Well, the answer is actually in the question. It is 12. 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords are leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids are milking, 7 swans are swimming, 6 geese are laying, 5 golden rings, 4 collie birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. There you go. For those saying they wanted to hear me sing, that was me singing. You're welcome. Boom. There's my bow and my bald head. Enjoy. I hope that was alright. So, and that would mean that the bonus word... Oh, wait, hang on, where are we? Over there. The bonus word, if you took the first letter of each answer, should spell out journalist. Journalist is the bonus word. Journalist is what we're looking for the bonus word. So that was the hidden word round. What did you think? Did you like the hidden word round as an idea for, I guess, a different kind of round? So again, it's the first time we've done this type of round. I do like trying to mix it up, making little different fun themed rounds and styles. So hidden word was the first time I did this. Let me know if you enjoyed it, or if you thought it was weird, or if you thought it was kind of different and cool. Again, appreciate feedback. But since that is all done, again, keep track of your score, guys. Remember, you are scoring yourselves. And it says 3 cricket team is good. My uncle from there, Travis, says no, he didn't like this. Well, maybe it was a little bit more themed. Maybe a themed round. I guess it would narrow down the type of questions that I would have included. But it isn't anything and anything goes round. So some things you gotta know, some things you're not. But you know what's good about all these kind of rounds, ladies and gents, is that what we always do, at least for now, is that for round 2, for my trivia, it is now multiple choice. Multiple choice, which means even if you don't know the answer, it's going to be somewhere up on the screen. So once again, question will be down here in the little blue section, and then I always use the wrong hand, I knew it. Over here will be where the options for the potential answer are going to be, alright? Again, it's still in the anything, everything round, so, sorry, category, so it is going to be questions about anything and everything. Zoe says fun, but I didn't solve it. I'm sorry to hear, Zoe, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. And 1 out of 10 plus the bonus, not good, says Karen. I guess it was a tricky round to begin the hidden word round. So that's alright, there were a lot of random questions in there. I'll try it again when we have a themed round, and then that way the questions will be narrowed down a bit. And hopefully you'll know what the actual theme of the round is about, which will help you get, obviously, the word you're looking for. But, without further ado, ladies and gents, that is A-okay, appreciate the feedback, which is rad. And what we're going to do is move into round 2. So, what you need is a new pen and paper to keep track of your next set of questions, because it's all going to be multiple choice, and it begins with this. What metal item on the end of a kite string gave off the sparks in Benjamin Franklin's 1752 experiment? Was it a paperclip? Was it a key? Was it a magnet? Or was it a nail? What metal item on the end of a kite string gave off the sparks in Benjamin Franklin's 1752 experiment? A paperclip, a key, a magnet, or a nail? That's what we're looking for here. And also, we've made it to round 2 without the stream cutting out. The chat's still working, that is great. Touch wood, it stays that way. But that is awesome. Let's not jinx it now, Jeremy. Don't do that. I wouldn't do that. No, I think what I had it on last time was... I didn't actually choose a particular server, I just kind of went, you choose for me, whichever's the best. So maybe it was just like, ooh, This server's doing good, but you know what? This one will be better. We'll just go jump to that, not realizing that it was going to break the connection. So I think that's what happened. I'm just basing my theory on what I'm doing differently this time around. So hopefully now that I've decided on a server, it stays this good. But yes, what metal item on the end of a kite string gave off the sparks in Benjamin Franklin's 1752 experiment? Was it a paperclip, a key, a magnet, or a nail? Question number 1 there. Number 2, what character did Bill Cosby play on his TV show, The Cosby Show? Was it Heathcliff Huxtable, Theodore Huxtable, Russell Huxtable, or Martin Kendall? Which character did Bill Cosby play on his TV show, The Cosby Show? Was it Heathcliff Huxtable, Theodore Huxtable, Russell Huxtable, or Martin Kendall? That's what we're looking for here. Oh, and Rhea, over in the Facebook video, welcome. Good to see you. We'll do some trivia if you want to play. All you need is a pen and paper. Write down your answers to the questions that are going to be appearing on the screen. It is a multiple choice round, so it's nice and easy. And then at the end of the round, you can submit them to me either Facebook Messenger or use the Google form or online form option. So again, that's how you play. Very straightforward, very easy, and very fun. Alright, question number 3 now. Moving on. What colour is the 4-ball in a game of pool/billiards? Is it red, orange, purple, or green? Man, I miss playing pool and billiards. I haven't actually, found a pool or billiards bar over here in LA, so it has actually been years since I've played. But I loved it and I was great at it. Even though I never actually had a pool table of my own. My granddad had one. And every, I don't know, couple of months, I'm going to say every 6 months when we went to visit him maybe, I would play. And also we had, one at school and stuff, but that was it. And Rock Ultra's throwing in a joke answer. He's going for a different option. He's saying blue. He's saying blue. He wants to be different. You know what? I didn't actually check to see if, they are different colored in different countries. I've played them in at least 2 or 3 places and they've been the same. So I'm guessing that it's a universal thing. I really hope they're not different colored. Otherwise, we will adapt, ladies and gents. We do, we adapt. We adapt, get points for both. If that is the case. If it's not the case, then never mind. Never mind. I'm flexible like that. We're good. Flexible. What colour is the 4-ball in a game of pool billiards? Is it red, orange, purple, or green? Number 3 there. Number 4. What were the first modern Olympic pole vaulters poles made of? So the first modern Olympic pole vaulters poles. What were they made of? Was it wood, bamboo, concrete, or plastic? Multiple choice is great sometimes because I get to come up with just silly answers or answers to try and confuse you or answers to just make you go like, what? Clearly one of that particular one is definitely wrong. And that's definitely why I put it in there, to get a funny response out of you. Rather than giving you 4 really good, really difficult ones. I'll occasionally throw in a curveball. What were the first modern Olympic pole vaulters poles made of? Wood, bamboo, concrete, or plastic? Rock Ultra says, for the last question, does... Oh, he's put kangaroo... Oh, he's getting specific with a particular colour. He's getting down to, real details. Not just the actual colour itself, but the type, and there's, full into it. And if you are colourblind, I don't know how you played billiards and pool then, I guess. Well, I guess billiards and pool is more like bigs and smalls. So I guess you could just tell by the numbers. But, I don't know, have you ever played other variety of the games where you have to, get certain colours in, or certain colour orders and stuff like that? That would be tricky for you, good sir. But if you are colourblind, then I guess hopefully you said you're playing with your family, so hopefully one of them know the answer. Again, we all tend to have our limits on what we know and do not know. That is why a benefit of having a team, other people there, they may know other things that you do not. Then with your powers combined, poof, knowledge is yours. I am Captain Knowledge. That's what you'd be saying. Not Captain Planet. And Captain Planet, what a show that was. Number 5 now. What is the common name for the main vent at the top of a volcano? Is it a crater, a throat, a sill, or lava? What is the common name for the main vent at the top of a volcano? Rock Ultra says, what if you're colorblind and have no family? Then I guess you're just gonna have to guess. I mean, the beautiful thing about this round being multiple choice is that, as I mentioned, the answer is on the screen somewhere. So, for those, whether it's for the previous answer about billiard balls or pool table balls, or any other question, if you don't know what it is, you can have a guess. And if you're going to say, what if you're blind as opposed to colorblind, I've also been reading the questions so you'd be able to hear me. If you're saying, going to ask if they're blind or deaf, then they're probably not even watching this. So in which case, they're not even playing. Any other questions for Goldtry if you want to try and just like randomly throw some curveballs at me? My guide dog tells me the colors. Then ask your guide dog. You can use your audio, the fact that you can hear me, you can then repeat it to your dog and your dog will tell you the colors. Good dog. Good on your dog for telling you colors of pool and billiard balls. Yes, number 5, the common name for the main vent at the top of the volcano, crater, throat, sill, or lava. So I'm looking at there. And Rochelle, over on the Facebook feed, there you are. Saw your name pop up. Well, I just saw the green somebody joined thing, so I have to like move OBS out of the way to have a look. So apologies on the delay in saying hello. But hello, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Number 6, what sports lingo uses the term scrum? Is it golf, cricket, rugby, or tennis? What sports lingo uses the term scrum? Is it golf, cricket, rugby, or tennis? Rock Ultra says, hope you know I'm joking. I totally know you're joking, dude. I totally know you're joking. I'm enjoying this banter and interaction with my guests and my audience. And you are part of my audience, good sir. And I know you have your family with you. You told me that at the start. So even if you were colorblind and all those weird things, you do have a family. Because you told me they were there. And I don't think you'd lie to me. So yeah, what sports lingo uses the term scrum? Golf, cricket, rugby, tennis, number 6. The answer is mini golf. Oh, well, I must have forgot to put it on there. I guess we have to put an extra option for E. I mean, feel free to guess that. You'll find out in the answers whether you are correct or not. Number 7, the Winter Olympic Games were first held in which country? France, Japan, Australia, or New Zealand? The Winter Olympic Games were first held in which country? France, Japan, Australia, New Zealand. I've been to 2 of those places, and you know what? I'd like to go to the other 2. New Zealand, definitely would love to go visit New Zealand. France, I would too, but I just for some reason, maybe because of the whole Lord of the Rings thing again, and I've just seen how like beautiful New Zealand is, and it seems like it's a cool, chill place, and I've kind of got technically semi-family kind of there anyway, so that also helps, kind of, sort of. And it's super close. Well, it was super close. I'm no longer in Australia. It's a little bit further now. Actually, I don't know which is closer. New Zealand or France, where I am. I had to look up flights, see which is closer. Which is cheaper. Then again, probably can't fly any of them at the moment. Not until next year, guys. Nobody's flying anywhere. Nobody's flying anywhere. They're stuck. They're stuck at home. That's why we're doing trivia at home. Trying to please y'all. Don't know why my accent just suddenly changed. Laliophobia is the fear of what? Laliophobia is the fear of what? Is it lollies, dragons, speaking, or centipedes? We have family there? Well, kind of, sort of. I mean, like dad's mum, uncle, auntie, someone, I think, was there. Says my brother. So, kind of, sort of. Hence why I said kind of, sort of. We kind of do, but we kind of don't. Not to the extent that we could probably go stay there, but I'm just giving reasons for me to want to go to New Zealand. Alright, I want to go to New Zealand. That's why I'm choosing it. I'm just trying to come up with excuses. Alright. Laliophobia is the fear of what? Lollies, dragons, speaking centipedes. Karen Graham says, been to 3 of those. Which one haven't you been to, Karen? In those 3 destinations. Ooh, can we guess? I know you've been to Japan, I know you've been to Australia, so I guess... I'm going to say France. I'm going to say you haven't been to France. I'm going to say you haven't been to France. Visit once. Same, says Travis. Yes. Have you been to New Zealand, Trav? No. Yes? No. I don't think you have. No. Number 9. How many bits are there in a byte? Is it 5, 6, 7, or 8? How many bits are there in a byte? 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what dancers use the counting in. 5, 6, 7, 8, and go. Dance routine. Do it. Come on. It's also, like, I'm pretty sure it's a song by, like, what, S Club 7 or something? Why do I know that? Why do I know that it's a song from S Club 7? What is wrong with me? Is it a song by S Club 7? Someone confirm that for me. Let me know. And Karen Graham did say it was France. I thought so, because I had a guess, to be honest. It was either New Zealand or France. And I figured because you're an Australian, you've probably been in New Zealand. Because it's so much closer and easier to get to. And yes, Mum says my dad used to live in New Zealand when he was little. Okay, so we kind of like had family there. Like, there's a sense of family in New Zealand. However, as many as Luis Suarez can give you. Oh, wow. That's a bit of an open-ended answer you give me there. Depends on how generous Luis Suarez is. How many bits are there in a byte? 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, no one's answering about the S Club 7 question, which... That's fine, I get it. No worries. If you guys don't know what it is, and that saves me, because I don't have to tell you what it is. Number 10. What is the collective term for ducks? So the collective term for ducks, is it a paddle, a caravan, a parade, or a band? For ducks. Granddad's work. Oh yes, so they're over there for Granddad's work in New Zealand. So what is the collective term for ducks? A paddle, caravan, parade, or band? Is what I'm looking for here. You know, I'm probably going to do a round on this. Terms for groups of things. You know, there are so many. I could probably do an entire night of trivia just based on terms for groups of things. I may even do that. I do still have to finish off August's trivia schedule. And I've had my brother Travis, who's actually in this trivia now, helping me out with some of that, actually. I think he's giving me 2 rounds for next month. Sets of trivia. Not 2 rounds, 2 nights of trivia for next month. So, well done, Travis. Give him a round of applause, guys. He's awesome. Helped me out with some trivia questions. Appreciate that, bro. He's enjoying it, actually. But yeah, if you guys do also have any trivia theme suggestions, now's the time to get them in. Because I will be deciding August's schedule, I guess, probably next week. I think I have, 7 days from now would still be the 31st of July, so technically I still have another week. But yeah, so by next week, hopefully I'll have August's schedule. But if you guys have any trivia ideas, any trivia round themes, or trivia night, or rounds themselves, any sort of cool ideas for trivia rounds themselves. Unfortunately, audio rounds a little bit tricky. Only because Facebook and YouTube and Twitch kick up a fuss whenever there's audio that has copyright issues. So, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, audio rounds are so fun. You can do like, I guess, the lyrics round, or guess the song, or like play them backwards, or like at different tempos, and do all different things with them, but copyright won't let me do it via this avenue, so it's a little bit tricky. So unfortunately, I apologize for audio rounds. Lack of audio. Alright, so now that we've hit the end of the round, that means question repeats are going to once again pop up on the screen, guys. Again, 1 to 5, and then 6 to 10 for about 45 seconds each, and then we'll go into a break. There will be another break question as well. Ooh. Karen Graham says maybe you could do a group names round in the animal quiz. Ooh, interesting. Interesting, Karen Graham. I will add that to a text document right now. Good old notepad. It's the quickest and easiest thing to open up. Group names round in an animal quiz. Perfect. And Travis says, did you just give me a shout out? I went to the toilet. You just wanted me to do it again. You were totally wanted me to do it again. Alright, fine. Travis, my brother, helped me with 2 different Trivia Night questions for next month. That's how nice of a brother he is. So, there you go, Travis. You get 2 rounds of applause. Technically, because you gave 2 nights of trivia, you get 2 shout-outs. Alright, so there you go. If you give me a 3rd one, I'll give you another shout-out. If you stop there, no more shout-outs. I have equaled the amount of shout-outs to the Trivia Nights that you have given me. I feel that is fair. So, no, I'm just kidding. But there you go. There you go, Trav. Here's to Trav again, and Jeremy missed it. Okay, that's alright. Well, there you go. I just said it again. So he knows now. He's totally cool. So, good work. But yes, if you have any trivia round or trivia night theme ideas, let me know. But otherwise, question repeats coming right up. Then a break. Another bonus question in the break. If you know what the answer is, put it in the comments before we come back to go through the answers to round 2. Otherwise, enjoy your break, guys. Have fun. Stock up on your food or beverages. Use the restroom, whatever you need to do. And we'll be back very, very soon with the answers to round 2.
should have kissed you then. Your hair was longer. I pulled away from it. Moved to the city. Over the Tappan Zee Bridge. You like the colors. I can't see anything. I'll be your coffee, I'll be your poster child. Walking like Jesus when all the stores are closed. You think of drowning out in your parents' pool. The water's freezing, it was September. I think I know you. I was here before the start of the storm. It's all around you, now you're coming back. Now you're coming back. You want that glamour, I should have told you then. Now more than ever, the broken pieces fit. Scars and confetti, sawmill and Pontiac clips. I kept Valhalla, but I still want everything. I'll be your sweater, you be my wailing wall. Fighting like Gandhi, when all the lines are down. You dream of flying along the Zuiderzee. The sky was yellow, I still remember. Think I know you. I was here before the start of the storm. It's all around you, now you're coming back. Now you're coming back. I think I know you. We were here before the start of the storm. It's all around us, now we're coming back.
Alright, ladies and gents, and just like that, we are back. Welcome back, and thank you once again for all of you sending through your answers to round 2's multiple choice round. That's right, on anything. That's right, it was an anything round. That's what we did here. Multiple choice round on anything. So yes, good stuff, good stuff. And also, thank you to those who put the answer to the bonus break question as well. Karen Graham just getting hers in as well before we came back for an announce who gets it. Nice, thanks for putting in your answers. So, without further ado, the correct people and the ones getting the bonus point for the bonus question round 2's break is Zoe, Brianna, Travis, and Karen. So congratulations guys, yourselves a bonus point. Add that to your scores as well. So that way when we get it to the end, they are added up correctly. I've also made a note of them as well, so don't fret if you forget to add that. But I will double check as well when I'm doing all that anyway. So let's go through the answers to round 2's questions now, which is awesome sauce. Let's get through it, multiple choice. All very exciting, great stuff. And alright, here we go. We're going through the answers. Karen Graham has asked, we go through the answers to round 2. Alright, I will do my best, Karen. What metal item on the end of a kite string gave off the sparks in Benjamin's 1752 experiment? Well, that would be a key. So B, a key. B was the answer to number 1. Number 2, what character did Bill Cosby play on his TV show, The Cosby Show? Well, that would be A. He's Cliff Huxtable. He's Cliff Huxtable. A was the answer to number 2. Number 3, what color is the 4-ball in a game of pool/billiards? Well, that would be purple. It is purple. C is the answer, so it is purple. Number 4 now, what were the first modern Olympic pole vaulters poles made out of? Well, they were made out of bamboo. B for bamboo. B for bamboo. Number 4 there. Number 5, what is the common name for the main vent at the top of the volcano, or a volcano, sorry? Well, that would be A, crater. A crater is what we're looking for. Ironically, A is also where crater is. So A or crater for number 5. Number 6, what sports term uses the term scrum? Sorry, what sports lingo uses the term scrum? That would be C, rugby. Rugby is the sport that uses the lingo scrum. Number 7, the Winter Olympic Games were first held in which country? That would be France. France is the answer to number 7. Number 7, France. Number 8, laliophobia is the fear of what? Well, I will just have to say, if I had this phobia, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now, which is speaking. So, obviously I wouldn't be able to do this. Well, I guess I could. I could do, like, sign language. I just have to change the layout and stuff and do it all by sign and not actually speak or mime it. That could also be work. It would be like charades. But yes, speaking is what laliophobia is the fear of. Number 9, how many bits are there in a byte? There are 8. 8 bits in a byte. So D, 8 bits in a byte for number 9. And number 10, what is the collective term for ducks? So is it a paddle, a caravan, a parade, or a band? It is a paddle of ducks. A paddle of ducks. So when you see a group of ducks, next time you're out with someone, you can be like, oh, there's a paddle of ducks. And they're going to be like, what? You'll be like, that's what you call a group of ducks. You're welcome. Drop some knowledge on them. Courtesy of me, thanks to this trivia, and I also found this online, but courtesy of, I forget where I got it anyway. But yeah, so, coming up with really cool names, but yeah, paddle, a paddle of ducks, which is really cool, and I think it's really cute. I think it's a really cute name as well. It's probably the cutest out of all those there, a paddle of ducks. Alright, so there we go guys, those are all the questions. Oh no, that was me. I didn't realize. That was me. I apologize for the audio being lost. Apologies for the audio being lost. This is the picture round. I didn't realize, see, I have to keep turning the audio on and off when we go into the break. And I turned it back on, and OBS, one of the, as amazing, as beautiful as it is, if I don't then click off something else in a different menu to then be highlighted, whenever I ask it to go to the next scene, it'll also push the same button that I last pushed, which was mute, unmute the mic. So that obviously just happened when I launched into round 3 and brought up this. So apologies. It is an alcohol cocktails round. So for those who are over the age of 18 or 21, depending on where you're from or what country you're in, this will be a round that maybe you'll have some familiarity with. So there we go. So it's pretty much name that cocktail. This is the first picture. I pretty much said that I couldn't stay in the middle because then you wouldn't see me anymore. So hence why I've ducked over to the side. And that's where the pictures are going to be, in the middle for you guys to see. Alright, so name this cocktail number 1. It will be based on pictures. And congratulations, so I did say, congrats to Zoe. She seemed to have a good round there, putting the 8 out of 10. And Karen as well did pretty good. For at least the first round anyway. Nice one, Karen. But I appreciate the fact that you hung around. Thanks for tuning in. And enjoy your weekend, wherever you are off to, as of now. Enjoy it, Karen, and thank you. So yes, name this cocktail, number 1. This one here, it's very green. Very green. Like my eyes. My eyes are green. Or hazel. Not as green as this, but maybe with some cool contacts I could green them up a little bit. But again, apologies again for the audio loss. Hopefully we're all good now and it doesn't... I'm just clicking on random things. If you hear my mouse clicking, it's because I'm trying to make sure that it's not on the mute button when I go to the next one. So yes, number 2 now. Alright, didn't mute. Great. Name this cocktail. Now this is one of my personal favourites. One of my personal favourites. Actually, to be fair, I probably like most of these. But this one is really good if you need a boost, I guess, as well, with, you know, your alcoholic beverage. Is that a hint? Yeah, sometimes I do give hints, guys. That's what I do. I occasionally give hints. Ah, Trevor says he likes this one too. Nice one. Well, I was here first, so it's mine. So go get your own. I'm older than you. No, I'm kidding. There's enough of these for everybody. Actually, Mum, I know you're playing. I just realized, doing this as a cocktails round, I don't actually have the one that you like and made me for my 21st. I really should have actually included it. I didn't think about that until just now, seeing, obviously, family and stuff in the feed for this stream. I didn't even think I could have included it. Silly, silly. It just means I have to do another one. Sometime, somewhere. Yes, number 2, name this cocktail. Number 3, what about this one? We're brightening up a little bit. Getting some different colours in here. Some are quite colourful. That's alright, this one here is quite colourful. Ah. Yep, whiskey and lemon lime soda with some ice is amazing. Because it's still chill. I think I can actually sit on my stool over here. Oh, it might actually pop me up too high, actually. Yeah, it will. It's going to put me up too high. No, never mind. I won't sit on that yet. That's fine. I can stand. Number 3, name this cocktail. I know, apologies, Mom. Boo, she gives me a thumbs down. I know. I know. Next time. Next time. Number 4, name this one. There's 2 of them. There we go. One for me, one for you. And by you, I mean any of you. By all means, help yourselves. Imagine that. When technology gets to a point where you can just, like, pass things through a computer screen. That'll be rad. I mean, virtual reality is already amazing and, you know, getting better as it is. Has anyone, like, done any VR-related kind of stuff, like gaming or any sort of, like, VR experiences? I actually think they're quite fun. Some of them are, like, better than others, depending on, like, the type of VR and the system and whatnot it's on. But it's crazy how technology is becoming, man. With VR. Fantastic stuff. Yes, number 4, name of this cocktail here. Number 5 now, halfway through, pitch around, cocktails, boom! Again, all the colours, it just makes you want to go on a holiday, sit by a pool, and or a beach or something, and drink all of these drinks. That would be cool. Be Jeremy's trivia pitch around, but instead of a pitch around, it would literally just be we all have one of these cocktails each. And I don't tell you what it is. I don't know how we're going to provide all of them, depending on who's playing. It could be very expensive, but maybe it'll just be like, hey, I'm going to do this amazing trivia session. If you guys are in, you have to pay your own for your drinks, but... Or maybe I'll just not work out how much it's going to be, and then we'll work out some sort of like deal, discount with the bar. Be like, hey, I'm bringing like 50 people, and they're all going to order these drinks. They didn't know what they are. And then we'll get like a sweet deal. And then you have to figure out what they are, based on when you taste them. And then we'll get drunk together. On the beach. Guys, see? Great idea. I know. How good would that be? I gotta dream about it because it's not gonna happen for a very long time. Can't really go anywhere right now. Ooh. See, VR would be good if that, like, could do something like that. Where are you, VR? Come on, up your game, man. Number 6, name this cocktail. There's the different glasses and stuff they're in too. Different type of glass, the like accessories. I call them accessories because I'm just calling them accessories. The things that they've got on top or on the sides or on the glass or in the drink or whatever. I'm going to call them accessories instead of maybe another word that could potentially give parts of one or two away. So I'm calling them accessories. The bonuses. That's what they are, bonuses. Yes, name this cocktail. Number 6. Pitch around here. Number 7 now. Number 7 is this one. Name this cocktail here. And color change a little bit different. I love some of these photos too. Mind you, when I'm looking for like different pictures, depending on what they are, sometimes it's easier to find like really good quality pictures, and sometimes it's just like really difficult for some reason. It's like super tricky, or they're just not good quality photos, and it takes me ages to find a decent one that I can use for a question or whatever. But these, all I had to do was literally look at one or two websites in regards to this, and then just like choose which ones I want to include. They were all just ready to go. Guys, alcohol is that important that there are always good high quality pictures of them on the internet whenever you need them. Alright, keep that in mind. So if you ever gonna look for a picture for something in one good quality, alcoholic beverages will help you out. They will give you good quality. You won't have to search and search quality ones. They'll be there. Don't worry. They got your back. Number 8 now. This one here. Snap. Different kind of glass again. Loving it. There are only 2 more after this one, guys. And then, boom. Question repeats will be again pictures 1 to 5 and then 6 to 10. Pictures will be a little bit smaller than what they have been, so they can all fit on the screen. And then we'll launch into another break. There'll be one more bonus break question before we begin the final round. For now, boom! Speaking of fruity and beach and pools, actually my my pool day today would have been great with one of these. Actually, with any of these drinks, to be honest. Maybe next time I do a pool day, or pool session, I'll make myself an amazing cocktail. But I can't jump into the water with it, because that'll ruin the drink and the pool. But yeah, number 9, name this cocktail. Again, 2 of them. Different coloured umbrellas too. They're green and yellow, just like the Australian sports colours. Aussie. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. And then, your lucky last is number 10. A little bit trickier, but apparently, in regards to making this particular drink, it is preferred to be made in a I guess, a container, I'm gonna call it like this, a cup or mug or glass like this, not glass, mug or cup like this is apparently a better way to have it. So that's why I've done it like this. So unfortunately you can't see through it like normal glasses and stuff. But for those who do know their drinks, and do know this one, you'll be alright. And again, there is a couple of tricky ones, as I always do. Can't just have them all easy, and I can't do them all hard. Gotta try and get a nice mix. That's what we do here. And by we, I mean me. Alright, so that is the end of round 3, guys. So again, awesome work, well done. Thank you again, Flame. So, what you're going to do is question repeats coming right up if you need them, and just to double check your potential answers that you were giving for this round. Otherwise, if you don't need to and you're all good, send them through to me once again through the Facebook Messenger option or the online form. Remember to make sure you're choosing the correct rounds as you're submitting your answers, please, so I know which rounds your answers are coming through for. So when I double check them, it is all a-okay on this end. But for now, coming up with question repeats for round 3, then we'll go into a break screen. One more bonus break question. That's right, another chance to get a bonus point. But we'll launch into our final round for tonight, which is the confidence round. Confidence round is an anything and everything goes round. Ironically, the theme of today's trivia, so that's totally fine. And what I'll do is I'll explain how it works when we get there for the new players here, and a bit of a refresher for those who are unsure or maybe forget how the confidence round works. So again, it's a slightly different kind of round, but there's big chances for big points, which is very exciting. So, here come the question repeats, followed by the break and the bonus break question, and then we'll be back with the answers to round 3. Catch you soon, guys.
You leaned in closer, I should have kissed a little. Your hair was longer, I pulled away from it. Moved to the city, over the Tappan's Bridge. You like the colors, I can't see anything. I'll be your coffee, I'll be your poster child. Walking like Jesus when all the stores are closed. You think of drowning out in your parents' pool.
Alrighty, ladies and gents, we are back. Welcome, and hopefully this time I won't turn off the mic while I'm doing the answers to round 3, eh? Good work, guys, and congrats and thank you to those who sent through their answers not only to round 3, but also the bonus break question as well. And I'm glad and happy to report that Travis, Zoe, Brianna, Julie, and John all have got correct. There was 3 and 4 that were the same. So congratulations, you guys get a bonus point added to your scores as well. So make sure to make a note of that when you are obviously doing your self-scoring, and that way I can keep that in mind when I'm double checking everything at the very end. So without further ado, let's go through the pitch around and find out the name of some of these delicious looking cocktails. That's right, delicious looking cocktails. I'm pretty sure I enjoy all of these. I'm pretty sure I've tried all of them. I'm pretty sure I have. I'm gonna say yes. Alright, so let's go into it. Round 1 is this one here with a little bit of leafy green kind of stuff, but that would be a mojito. A mojito for number 1. Mojito. So if you had mojito, congrats, you got the point. Number 2, this one here. A bit brown, there's something at the top there. Those are usually coffee beans because it's an espresso martini and they're amazing. Hence the hint I gave gives you a bit of a pick-me-up as well as you get to get drunk. So it's like an energetic drunk, which is great. I love it. It's more focused drunk. I love it. So good. So good. Haven't had one in a while though, because obviously we've been stuck at home, and making espresso martinis at home on your own is just kind of weird, I guess. So I'm not going to do that. Not yet. Wait to have some company first. Number 3, name of this cocktail. This one here is a little bit different, a little bit brighter. And that is actually an orange peel inside the glass, and it is an old-fashioned. An old-fashioned is what it's called. It's whiskey, I believe. It's an old-fashioned cocktail is the name. It's called an old-fashioned. It is a whiskey-based cocktail. Number 4, this one here looks a little bit fun, a little bit colourful, a little bit beachy, a little bit pina colada-ish. That's right, because it is a pina colada. Pina colada for number 4 there. Number 5, we have this one as well. A little bit colourful, a little like out towards the beach or maybe a pool. And ironically, I used to have these when I was really, really young. Completely underage. I know. How could I do such a thing, Jeremy? And I know. Do you know who made them for me? My mother. Shock horror. How could that be, Jeremy? Well, that's because there is actually a non-alcoholic version of these. And what it used to be was orange juice and red cordial. That would be a tequila sunrise. That was the kids' version of this that you would have as a kid. Did anyone else have these as a kid with orange juice and red cordial? Please don't tell me it was just me. And Travis, I know obviously it's going to be you, because I know you had them with me as well. And Mum, you used to make them for us when we were kids. They were tequila sunrises, but they were obviously the kids' version with orange juice and red cordial. But did anyone else have that version before actually getting into the real tequila sunrise with actual tequila and stuff? Mum, you did make... I remember you used to make these kids versions for us. I know, you said did not, but you probably thought that I was about to say the alcohol version. No, the kids version you made for us. You totally did. The orange juice and red cordial ones. I remember making them in the kitchen with you. The kids' versions, not the alcohol ones. I was making a joke. I was just leading into it to make you freak out a little bit first and then be like, what? No, I didn't. I did no such thing. That's true. Technically, you did. You did no such thing in regards to the alcohol version, which is what's pictured here. But the kids' version, yeah, you did. Then Trav, good. You remember too. There you go. See? Alright, so it is a tequila sunrise is what we're looking for here. Number 6 now. Let's move on to the next cocktail. Number 6. This one here. Oh, Brianna Baxter says no, but I wish I did. Well, technically, you can still have it. Doesn't matter if you're an adult now or not. Tequila Sunrise, it's literally red cordial with orange juice. That's what the version is. So by all means, all you need to do next time you're at the shops, if you don't have any at your house right now, is literally pour like... I can't even remember. No, I think you do the orange juice first and then you put the red cordial in. Otherwise, you may like throw off the balance and then it's just really weird. So you put the orange juice in first and then you like watch the red cordial just like fill up near the bottom and make all the cool little like swoosh stuff. And it looks really cool. And yeah, and then you have the little tequila sunrise because it's like the red and the orange and that's what it is. So yeah, by all means, try one of those non-alcoholic version ones. They're super cool and super fun to have as a kid. And as an adult, you can have one. You're totally allowed to. Do it. It's fine. And the best thing is that you can have them and still drive because it's not alcoholic. It's totally safe. So there you go. Alright, so number 6 now. Name this cocktail is a Cosmopolitan. Cosmopolitan was for number 6. Number 7. This one here. Again, loving these photos and they're making me so thirsty. I love it. Number 7. This one here is actually called a Dark and Stormy. A Dark and Stormy. Now, that one could have been a tricky one. And now that I think of it, I'm pretty sure I haven't had this one. I think this could be maybe gin-based. I'm not a big gin fan. This may be gin-based. It could also be a whiskey-based one. I could be incorrect with the gin assumption here. I forget what's actually in a Dark and Stormy, but I included it because I thought it'd be a bit cool and it sounded awesome. Travis says, don't you have to hold a spoon upside down as you pour the red cordial? Oh, I did. Is that the tequila sunrise? Like, you have it upside down and you pour it over it? No, you do that for the cowboys. I was about to say the other version of it's a cocksucking cowboy. I don't know if other people know it as that term. Apologize for the terminology. But for a cowboy, you do that for the shots with the, Bailey's and Kahlua? Is that what it is? I forget what the 2 ingredients are. But you use a spoon upside down to pour the second ingredient in so it doesn't mix. So you get that half and half thing. But for the tequila sunrise, I don't think it matters because you want the red to go down. And cordial is heavier than orange juice, so it goes to the bottom. So it's the cowboys that you use the spoon for to keep the balance separated so it's a half and half and doesn't blend together. Because then you get the 2 coloured alcohols of the cowboy. Which, I don't know, is that what you guys call them over here in the States as well? They would just call it a cocksucking cowboy, but cowboys for short. Do you guys know over here in America what I'm talking about? Or in the UK, I believe Rock Culture is over in the UK. He may or may not be watching because it is like 4 AM where he is, so he could be asleep. But is that what you guys call them? I forget. I don't actually know. I haven't asked for one over here because it was something I drank when I was really young and then kind of grew out of and just didn't drink them anymore. So, yeah. I just went because it was kind of like a cheap alcoholic drink, and obviously when you first start drinking, you drink cheap stuff because you just want to drink to get drunk because you're young and stupid. That's what you do. And then when you get older, you start appreciating nicer alcohols because you realize that, you know, there are nicer alcohols. That's what you do. So yes, number 8, name this cocktail here. I've been talking that long that my phone actually went into standby, so I had to turn it on again. That's how long I've been chatting in regards to the alcohol question. Number 8, this one here with the olive on top is a Manhattan. I believe it's an olive. Could also be a blueberry. I don't even know. It's a Manhattan. The Manhattan is what we're looking for number 8. Number 9, this one here, again, another one would be great to have by a pool or a beach. And it is, I don't actually play on words with that, but it's called a Sex on the Beach. A Sex on the Beach cocktail. We're talking about the drink here, ladies and gentlemen. Talking about the drink. Keep it PG, there may be kids watching. I don't actually know. If there are, it's a cocktail, guys, it's totally fine. But then we're talking about alcoholic beverages, so I guess it's in the adult science world of things anyway, so too bad. Number 10 now. Name this cocktail. This one could be a tricky one. It's a very common one. Super common, super well known, and very popular as a generic kind of drink. And I wouldn't have even called it technically a cocktail myself until I think I came over here. Or maybe even Japan first, but I just thought of this as a normal drink. I didn't really think of it as a cocktail, but it's a Moscow Mule. Or Moscow Mule, as it's pronounced over here. Moscow Mule. Moscow Mule. My Australian coming out. I just snorted there because I was having trouble with the pronunciations. Jesus, sorry about that. Excuse me. But yeah, Moscow Mule, which is just vodka and ginger ale, I believe. Is it? Vodka and ginger ale. So, there you go. Moscow Mule for number 10. So those were the drinks, guys. Hopefully you guys did well with that particular round. Yeah, keep track of your scores. You'll be sending your final scores to me at the very, very end of it all. But for now, let's launch into round 4, which is, of course, the confidence round. Now, the text changed a little bit on the outside because I have to explain how this particular round works, because we do have a couple of new people playing, and also for those who have played before, well, you can get a bit of a refresher just in case you forgot. The way it works, it is 10 random questions. Now, obviously, being an anything and everything goes round tonight anyway, the entire trivia thus far has been like this. But even on normal themed trivia nights, it is 10 random questions, so they're not generalized with a particular topic. Like, I guess, the previous round, that was all about alcoholic cocktails, so that was a little more specific. This is 10 random questions. What you're going to do, you're going to rank your answers from 10 to 1. 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. Or 10 being the most confident, 1 being the least confident. And what I mean by that is that because you can only use each rank number once, your points are given based on the rank number you give your answers. So, for example, it depends on how confident you are with each answer you give. So, say for example that whatever you put into question number 3 is your answer, you're like, boom, 100%, this is going to be the correct answer for sure. I'm putting a big fat 10 right on that answer because it's totally right, I know it. If you are correct, you'll get 10 points for that answer. Just for that answer alone, 10 points right there. Now, that also means, as I mentioned, you can only use each rank number once. Otherwise, everyone would be like, I'm confident with everything, and just putting 10 on everything, which is not really confidence, you're just doing 10 for everything. But now that you have to use each rank number once, it makes you think a little bit more. You have to think which answers you're more confident in and put the higher rank scores on them. Obviously, for answers that you're like, I have no idea and I'm totally wrong, you can put your lower rank numbers on those ones, okay? So each number between 10 and 1, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, just in case you forgot how to count. But that's how it's going to be done. There's a possible 55 points you can get just in this round alone if you get all the answers correct. Now again, no points deducted for any incorrect answers, so you're not going to lose, say, 7 if the answer you put with a rank number of 7 next to it was incorrect. No, you don't lose it. We don't deduct points. I don't steal points from you. Only if I find out you cheat, and then I'll do that. But otherwise, no. No points ever deducted. You guys can only gain points here. We're in the positive. This is positive trivia. This is what we do. So yes, rank your answers 10 to 1. You don't have to do it until you've got all the questions first, because you never know what the questions are going to be until you get to the end, and then you can put your rank numbers in, okay? So remember, when you're writing them down, after you put your answers, put a space next to them if you're doing it digitally, and then put your rank answer. If you're just writing it down on paper, again, you can just write your rank number next to it as well, okay? Especially for when you're submitting them. Same as if you're using the online form, put your answer in the corresponding sections, but then next to your answer, put a space or a dash or just something, and then the rank number you're giving for that particular answer, okay? So that way I've got a copy of it, and we can keep track of what you actually get. So, without further ado, ladies and gents, let's get right on into our confidence round, final round of tonight's trivia. We have this to begin. What is the largest living bird on Earth? What is the largest living bird on Earth? The largest living bird on Earth. Now I think I could bring my stool over, and if I just adjust the camera accordingly, which I should be able to do a little bit, and I can sit down again. Great! Sitting down is fun. I mean, it's great standing up as well. But when you're doing this for, what are we sitting on? Well, the broadcast has been on for just over 2 hours, but I do start at 15 minutes early, so that way everything's all set up and connected properly, and I can check that it's on each platform and broadcasting correctly before going live, hence the intro screen with a countdown and all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, what is the largest living bird on Earth? Question number 1. Question number 2. What is the term for a wolf's home? A wolf. They have homes. What's the term for it? What is the term for a wolf's home? Karen Graham actually left earlier, unfortunately. Had to leave round 2. She had things to do, but I can 100% say and give her a big 10. I would give myself a 10. That she would get this correct. And I can't say why yet, but when we get to the answers, I'll explain why. But I know Karen Graham, Team Honey Bear, I believe she would have definitely got the answer to this one. What is the term for a wolf's home? A wolf's home. Dun, 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 dun. Number 3 now. Where is the Guggenheim Museum? Where is the Guggenheim? Guggenheim. I'm going to pronounce it a variety of ways for you. And however you like to, I guess, accept whichever pronunciation I give, then that's what it is. I'm pretty sure it's Guggenheim. Guggenheim. Guggenheim Museum. Again, even when I'm doing this myself, like when I was doing it previously for other companies for trivia hosting, and I just have to rock up and be an amazing host, which is super great and super fun too. But doing this myself, obviously I can see the questions in advance because I'm the one that comes up with them and researches them and puts answers down and sorts it all out, does all the behind the scenes work as well as the hosting. But when I'm not doing behind the scenes work, I love it when I'm just hosting randomly and then there's just a random question with super long, weird names that I've never seen before and have to pronounce on the spot. And it's always great because I always interact with the audience and be like, guys, help me out here. And then I pronounce it, and then if I'm wrong, they correct me. Or if I'm correct, they cheer, and there we go. And it's good fun. We all get to have a bit of a laugh. But yeah, I can always actually practice with this before doing it, so maybe I just won't practice. I'll just put them in there and be like, I'm going to randomly do it. Sometimes I ask you guys, actually, and then you sound it out for me in the comments, which is great. So again, I like continuing that. We get to play together. I like it, guys. Good fun. Number 4. Who was the second man to walk on the moon? Who was the second man to walk on the moon? That's right, the number 2. The silver medal of moonwalking. Medal of moonwalking. I don't know. Maybe it would be bronze, because I think the gold medal of moonwalking is clearly Michael Jackson. And then it can be the actual 2 people who walked on the moon. So, bronze medal of moonwalking, but silver medal of walking on the moon. That makes sense. Yep, that's how I'm going to award this. Nobody beats the king of pop. Who was the second man to walk on the moon? Remember, you don't have to start ranking your answers just yet, because there may be some questions that you're like, boom, I definitely know the answer to this. I want to put my 10 here, instead of maybe somewhere up there, which is what I thought was going to be correct, but not 100%. So again, you can hold off your ranking until we get to at least the last question. Number 5. What space exploration organization was founded in 1958? What space exploration organization was founded in 1958? And you know what, guys? I'm pretty happy because our stream has not been interrupted. It has been smooth sailing. The chat has continued to work. It has been so smooth and so great that I've just been able to focus everything here, which is awesome. I mean, obviously looking up at the chat, but although now I'm a lot more blue, because previously when it wasn't working, when I was using Caster, I'd have the Facebook window up there, and because Facebook's just super white, it would just be like, BAM! Spotlight! From the TV, because Facebook's chat is up there, and then like Twitch was next to it, but it was only a smaller window, and it didn't need that much. So I didn't really do anything with the brightness. But now it's all blue. Matching the theme of the actual stream and the OBS stuff that I'm using as well. Number 6 now. What is the name of this? What is the name for the soft white layer that forms on teeth? What is the name for the soft white layer that forms on teeth? Sorry, dentists would know the answer to this question. So technically, a lot of people should know the answer to this question, but dentists especially would be putting a big fat 10 next to this one. I mean, why wouldn't they? They work with teeth. That's their job, man. Teeth, the mouth, all the craziness up in there. Had my fair share of dentist appointments early on, especially in high school when I had braces. Dang, that was a mission and an adventure. My teeth, before I had braces, had like a mind of their own. They didn't follow order, they were just like individual teeth. They were like, I'm going that way. I'm like, no, I'm going this way. Everyone was like, no, what about this way? That's even better. No, down there's way better. Dude, have you checked out what's over here? And that's pretty much the story of how my teeth were. They were crazy, man. They got crazy. They got minds of their own. Had to bring them to order. Put some discipline on them. Smack some braces on them. Bring them together. And bam! Ding! Happy teeth. Alright, number 7 now. The eggs of what sturgeon are the preferred form of caviar? The eggs of what sturgeon are the preferred form of caviar? Few questions to go, guys. Hang in there. Hang in there. And again, thank you for hanging in there, actually. Right up until this point. For those who have and are and still will, appreciate it. It's awesome to have you all here. I hope you guys are feeling awesome to be here. Or being here, I mean. Couple questions left. Number 8 now. Who rode his horse Copenhagen at the Battle of Waterloo? Waterloo. Anytime I see this word, that's what comes in my head. Thanks, ABBA. Every time. And to be honest, I didn't even know what Waterloo was about until way after I'd heard the ABBA song. I only associated Waterloo to the song ABBA, and I had no idea what it was about. And then I learned the history of it all, and I was like, whoa, mind blown. There's actual full backstory and, like, craziness behind this. I was just like, fun song, I'm just gonna bob my head like this. And that was it, you know. But no. There's, like, full history behind it. ABBA just made it nice. Or sound nice, at least. I haven't listened to all the lyrics, to be honest, so it may not even be, like, a nice lyric song, but I just liked the beat and the tune, and it was fun, and it was upbeat, dancey, whatever. So be it. I was innocent. I was silly at the time. I didn't know better. Oh, I just didn't make the connection. Number 9. What is the capital of Pakistan? What is the capital of Pakistan? Capital of Pakistan. Number 9. Why, hello people over on the Twitch stream joining in on the trivia. Bam, spamming in. We're doing some trivia here. Feel free to play along if you like. It is the last round though, however. But you can hang around and check how it's done. We're doing this every Tuesday and Friday, 7 PM PST time. Which is California time, depending on where you guys are located. But hey, thanks for joining and tuning in. Good to see you all. Again, be mindful of the comments and stuff that you say. Be polite, we're here to have a good time. So keep it PG, keep it fun, keep it friendly. And last question is this. Taekwondo was developed in what country? Taekwondo was developed in what country? That's right. Martial arts fans should know the answer to this question. Hopefully you do. Again, Taekwondo was developed in what country? Remember, it's trivia around here. If you want to submit your answers, I can post the online form link in the chat comments as well. Especially for those who just chimed in over on Twitch. I know you're a bit late, but that's okay. Better late than never. Feel free to join in. We do trivia here. Also do some home workouts and some video game streams too. But if not, all good. Hang around, have a good time. Alrighty. So now that that is all done, ladies and gents, once again, this is your time to go through and rank your answers from 10 to 1. 10 to 1, 10 being the most confident, 1 being the least confident before you submit your answers through. Make sure you rank them before you submit them, okay? So with your answers, 10 being the most confident all the way down to 1 being the least confident, put them next to your answers as you're submitting them through to me, whether it's through the Facebook chat option or the online form that you're using. And then we're going to go into a break. There's no bonus break question this time. It's just going to be the cool break screen with a very chilled back music. So again, kick back and relax and enjoy yourself once you have submitted those answers and sent them through to me. In the meantime, and then we'll come back, go through the answers to round 4, and then we'll go into one more little break at the end. Unfortunately, Reese is not going to be able to get in here to perform tonight, but hopefully she'll be back next week. She apologises, and so do I, because it's always a pleasure when she comes in here and sings for you all. But she will be back next week to perform for you guys. Obviously in the break near the end when I'm double checking scores. But yeah, so once we come back, we'll go through the answers and get all that done. So again, here come the question repeats if you need them. If not, then you just get a longer break. Enjoy it, guys. And we'll be back real soon.
closer. I should have kissed you then. Your hair was longer. I pulled away from it. Moved to the city over the Tappan Zee Bridge. You like the colors. I can't see anything. I'll be your coffee, I'll be your poster child. Walking like Jesus when all the stores are closed. You think of drowning out in your parents' pool. The water's freezing, it was September. I think I know you. I was here before the start of the storm. It's all around you, now you're coming back. Now you're coming back. You want that glimmer, I should have told you then. Now more than ever, the broken pieces fit. Scars and confetti, sawmill and Pontiac clips. I kept Valhalla, but I still want everything. I'll be your sweater, you be my wailing wall. Fighting like Gandhi, when all the lines are down. You dream of flying along the Zuiderzee. The sky was yellow, I still remember. Think I know you. I was here before the start of the storm. It's all around you, now you're coming back. Now you're coming back. I think I know you. We were here before the start of the storm. It's all around us, now we're coming back.
Hello, ladies and gents. We are back. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, apologies for the extended break. Just had to make sure all the answers and stuff that everybody sent came through A-OK on the two platforms, the online form as well as through Facebook. So again, thank you guys for sending through everything through. We're going to go through the answers now to the final round of trivia at home. So again, thanks for tuning in for those who did and for playing along. Let's find out what the answers were, and you guys are going to find out how you all did. Let's get through the answers now. Coming up with question number 1. What is the largest living bird on Earth? It is indeed the ostrich. The ostrich is the answer to what is the largest living bird on Earth? The ostrich. Number 2. What is the term for a wolf's home? What is the term for a wolf's home? Well, that would be a den. A den, D-E-N. And the reason why I mentioned why Karen or Team Honey Bear would know this is that her brother has a place over in Japan called the Den. So that would be why, because it is very well known, a very popular place through friends of ours that actually work over in Japan. Number 3 now, where is the Guggenheim Museum? Where is the Guggenheim Museum? It is over in New York City. That's where it is. So, that's where we are over in New York City, which is great. So hopefully you guys had that answer. If you did, you get points. Well done. Number 4, who was the second man to walk on the moon? Well, that would be Buzz Aldrin. Buzz Aldrin was the second man to walk on the moon. Number 5, what space exploration organization was founded in 1958? Well, that would indeed be NASA. NASA is the answer we're looking for number 5. Question number 6, what is the name for the soft white layer that forms on teeth? Well, that would be plaque. So any dentists out there would definitely know the answer to that question. Would have been the confidence round, big fat 10 next to that for them. But yes, plaque for number 6. Number 7 now, the eggs of what sturgeon are the preferred form of caviar? Well, that would be the beluga. The beluga, that's what we're looking for here. Oh, Mr. Squiggle. Malcolm Metallic saying 0 for 4. Wait, which one is that? Are you saying Mr. Squiggle for? I'm not sure which question you're replying that answer, well, the joke answer for that one, Malcolm. But Mr. Squiggle, I like it. Is that the space exploration one? Is that what the space exploration organization, Mr. Squiggle? I remember that show. Yes, but beluga for number 7. Number 8 now. Who rode his horse Copenhagen at the Battle of Waterloo? Who rode his horse? That would be the Duke of Wellington. The Duke of Wellington was what we're looking for there. Not ABBA related at all. Number 9. What is the capital of Pakistan? Well, Pakistan. Well, that would be Islamabad. Islamabad or Islamabad. Islamabad is what we're looking for number 9. And last question, number 10. Taekwondo was developed in what country? Well, you're looking at Korea. Korea was where Taekwondo was developed. So I'm pretty sure South Korea, I believe. But Korea is accepted if you didn't do one or the other. So, Korea for number 10. Now that all that has been done, guys, what I need for all of you to do who have been playing the trivia right up until this point is to add up all of your total scores. Add them all up for rounds 1, 2, 3, and 4, including the bonus break questions if you got points for that as well. And send me your final scores in regards to all of that. I will be double checking them, so we're going to bring up the break screen one more time while I quickly double check these scores and make sure everything is added up correctly, and we'll come back and announce the winners, and you guys can all see how you did before we finish up tonight's game of trivia at home. So we'll be back soon, guys. Remember to get those answers through to me. If you're using the online form, there is a section underneath the round picks. Just do submitting final score and then just send it to me. If you're using the Facebook Messenger option, you can do it just through the Facebook Messenger option. Nice and easy as well. So we'll be right back after the break, guys, once I've double checked all the final scores. Hopefully it won't be too long, so hang in there, and we'll be back real soon. Thanks, guys.
You leaned in closer, I should have kissed your lip. Your hair was longer, I pulled away from it. Moved to the city, over the Tappan's Bridge. You like the colors, I can't see anything. I'll be your
Alright, ladies and gents, whoops, we are back. I just pushed that Z button again, but that's totally a-okay, which is just to make the next screen come over. So, again, thank you for sending through all your scores for those who have been playing Trivia tonight. I appreciate it. You guys have all done awesome. Now's the time to announce, obviously, how you all did. So, reading from the bottom to the top, we have the following. We had Team ORAD on 3 points. They only came in for 1 round, but hey, they still counted, so I'm including you in the scores. So thanks for coming in and tuning in. Team ORAD there on 3 points. Then we had Honey Bear gone 14 points there. Congratulations to Team Honey Bear. Followed by Whiskey Business on 16 points. Congratulations, job well done. Then after that we had I Matey on 21 points. Building up the scores now, which is awesome. Then we had Rabbit on 29 points. Nice one there, Travis. Or the Rabbit, sorry, is what I meant to say. Followed by, we then go into the top 3 tonight, which is In a Spin on 46 points. So congratulations to them, In a Spin, which means we're down to the top 2. Drumroll. And in second place, we have Team Weekend Warrior on 55 points, which means tonight, for the first time actually playing as well, is Not Paying Attention on 61 points. Congratulations to that team. I guess it turns out that maybe you were paying a little bit of attention. But congratulations for taking out tonight's victory at Trivia at Home for the anything round. No, Risbin, the Whiskey Business was actually Rock Ultra's team. So that was his team name that he came up with. So that was who Whiskey Business was. So we did have some pun names tonight, which was great. But yes, and Risbin saying whoop whoop, laugh, LMAO, not paying attention. There you go, the missus approves your team not paying attention. She's just jumped in on the Twitch feed as well, because the Twitch feed got a little bit crazy with a couple of raids. We had a lot of people spamming the chat, so we had to get Riz in to moderate that for me because it was a little bit difficult while I was doing some live trivia. So, again, thanks to all those who actually bombed the Twitch stream and who are hanging around and still watching. This is what its trivia looks like at home. We do this twice a week at 7 p.m. on both Tuesdays and Friday evenings at Pacific Standard Time. That also works out to be about 11 a.m. in Osaka the following day, so Wednesdays and Saturdays, and also 12 noon in Melbourne on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So if it's something that you guys will be interested in, we change the trivia theme up each and every week when we do it. It's 4 rounds of trivia, which is always exciting. It's very easy, simple, straightforward, so if you guys are interested and you like what you see, feel free to like and subscribe and follow and all the stuff that you need to do on whichever platform you're viewing this from. But again, congratulations to each team that you guys did get, again, the top 3 and all of you for playing. Really appreciate it, and congratulations once again to Not Paying Attention. First time playing and winners. You guys are awesome. Job well done. And also, if you check out the end screen, you'll see what the next week's trivia themes are as well. And hopefully I'll have August schedule coming up sometime next week as well. So again, if you have any trivia theme ideas, feel free to drop me a message. Let me know what your ideas are, which is always greatly appreciated. But otherwise, guys, have a safe and wonderful weekend. And if you feel like it, we've got our little tip jar. Always use the wrong finger for the pointing. Down here, if you like what you see, there's the PayPal and Venmo. You can show us a little bit of monetary value love and drop something in there, which would be great. But you don't have to. It's just totally voluntarily if you'd like to and if you really enjoyed it. Otherwise, have a safe and wonderful weekend. Look after each other. Stay healthy. Stay positive. Be great. We've been great. And we'll catch you next week, guys. Thank you again, and we'll see you next time.
You leaned in closer, I should have kissed your lip. Your hair was longer, I pulled away from it. Moved to the city, over the Tappan Zee Bridge. You like the colors, you can't see